All right, get ready, folks, because today we are diving deep into the world of electric vehicle safety.
It's pretty intense.
Intense is an understatement.
Are EVs really as susceptible to leaks and fires and explosions as well?
Okay, and here's where it gets even more relevant. The Aria in this experiment uses a CATL battery. CATL is like the biggest battery supplier worldwide. A third of all electric cars out there are powered by their batteries. So what we discover here really has implications way beyond just this one car. So let's jump right into the first test, all right?
All right.
The water test.
Okay.
They drove this EV through a pool of water, and it was deep enough to submerge the charging port.
I mean, that's pretty scary.
I would be terrified.
Yeah.
Just thinking about, short circuits,
Yeah.
electricity leaking into the water.
I know. It's pretty dramatic, but you know what? The EV drove right through it. No problems. No short circuits, no leaks. It just kept going.
That's amazing. I mean, how do they make the battery so watertight? It's got to be some seriously impressive engineering.
Right. Well, they've got what are called sealed battery packs. I mean, think of it like a waterproof safe, but for the battery. All these special materials and seals to make sure no water can get in. And then on top of that, they have high voltage system protection. So if any water does get in, it isolates and shuts down the power before anything bad can happen.
Are you ready for test 2?
Oh, I know what's coming.
So we're talking fireworks, and they're going off all around this parked EV.
Like surrounding it.
Surrounding it, yeah.
So it's a good way to visualize, what if an EV is exposed to extreme heat?
Yeah? Could it trigger something?
This test puts that fear to the test in a very dramatic way.
Oh, yeah.
And then, get this, when that didn't do anything, they took it a step further.
They actually placed explosives under the car and detonated them.
Yeet!
I mean, what happened to the battery?
Nothing. Nothing happened to the battery. No fire, no explosions, no damage. It was pretty wild to see.
What makes them so resistant to things like fireworks or even explosions? And that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, so they've got multiple layers of protection. First off, the battery casing itself is incredibly strong. It's designed to withstand impacts, prevent punctures. It's not easy to damage. They have physical barriers to isolate the individual cells in the battery pack. So if one cell fails, it doesn't take the whole thing down.
Okay, now are you ready for test 3?
I don't know if I am, but lay it on me.
This one is a nail biter.
Okay.
They dropped the car from a height of 4 meters. That's like a 2-story building.
Oh my gosh.
Onto a set of uneven block.
What's really fascinating is even after this crazy drop,
Right.
all the car's systems still work.
Wow.
No critical damage to the battery, no loss of power.
How is that even possible? We're talking about a lot of force hitting the underside of that car.
This is where having a dedicated EV platform really makes a difference.
But let's be real for a sec. These tests were pretty extreme, right?
So yeah, for sure.
You don't see cars driving through lakes or getting blown up every day.
Definitely not everyday occurrences. You gotta take those tests with a grain of salt,
I think it's fair to say that the tests we've talked about today challenge those old ideas people have about EVs being fragile or easily damaged. So what should our listeners be looking for when it comes to evaluating the durability of an EV?
Pay attention to the battery pack itself. See what you can find out about how it's constructed and the safety features it has.
So it's not just about the size of the battery,
Right.
but how it's designed and protected.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yep.
If you're thinking about buying an EV, talk to the dealership. Do your research online. Compare different models.
Makes sense.
The more you know about the engineering that goes into these vehicles, the better decisions you can make.
Knowledge is power.
It really is.